All right, welcome back, everybody. So we're about to speak to Strife and Ireland and give them the update on what happened at that village that was blighted.
Did you find our scouts?
They're dead. I'm sorry. Elganon and Gillenane sacrificed them in some kind of ritual.
Creators. What about the rest of the village?
The ritual spread blight everywhere. The entire village was overrun.
The few who survived are controlled by blood magic. Their minds are gone.
Elganon and Gillenane used them like puppets.
I dare say it was a show of force.
Legendary character.
They will not rest until you are on your knees, fearful, cowering, helpless in the face of such power.
Lady Morrigan?
'Tis simply Morrigan to you, Scout Harding. What a pleasure to see you again.
Rook, this is Morrigan, an old acquaintance. I thought she could help.
Morrigan helped the Inquisition when Varric and I were part of it. She knew more about ancient magic than anyone, except Solus.
'Twas both pleasure and necessity to help then, as it is now. Stopping Elganon and Gillenane shall require many hands.
Who are you?
So who are you exactly?
I have borne many appellations. Advisor to Orle, Witch of the Wilds, friend to the Inquisition. My place here, however, is but a humble advisor on matters arcane.
Witch of the Wilds?
An honorific born of rumor and exaggeration. The fearsome reputations of your opponents, however, are duly earned. This dark turn of events shall only become worse.
That sounds bad.
I was hoping what we saw at Demeter's Crossing would be the worst of it.
'Tis but the start, I fear, and ignorance provides a feeble shield.
Right. What can you tell us?
As dangerous as Solus himself may be, his imprisonment of the gods was just. To leave them unchecked would have been the very end of Thedas.
So you know the Dreadwolf?
Just to be clear, you know your old friend Solus is actually the Dreadwolf.
So I have come to learn. It rather explains how he knew such a great deal of ancient elven history, and why he became so vexed when I attempted to explain it to him. Whilst I cannot claim the same depth of knowledge, the knowledge I do possess is yours for the asking.
I hope it helps. For all we know, the entire world will look like Demeter's Crossing once the gods are through.
We caused this. Or that's not happening. How we cause this?
This is our fault. When we interrupted Solus's ritual, the gods escaped.
Would those feelings not be better used to put things right?
But how?
Set aside your notions of godhood and see them for the ancient, powerful mages they are. Standing against them shall require serious magic of your own. When you interrupted the Dreadwolf's ritual, did you happen across any of the tools he used?
He had a dagger, but it got lost in the chaos.
Then you would do well to find it. 'Tis better in your hands than those of the gods.
Is there anything else Solus might have had that could help us? We're in his, well, he calls it the lighthouse?
Ah, yes, the legendary sanctum of the Dreadwolf. 'Tis said his Illuvian, the Viravas, could travel to any other Illuvian of his choosing.
That's not how it works right now. It only goes to Arlethan.
I can take a look at it. Maybe fix it, even. I know Illuvians better than most.
Any help you can offer, we'd appreciate.
If Illuvians even work the same way, all the magic is different now. Our gods are back. Our gods! And they're killing people and blinding the world. How do we stand up against that?
We do it step by step.
We stand up against them one step at a time. We don't have all the answers, but we know what we need to do. You're fixing the Illuvian at the lighthouse. Nev, Harding, and I are going to find this dagger at the ritual site. Let's get to work. There's a lot of fight ahead of us.
Indeed. Prepare yourselves well and have a care in your choices. These are the times in which legends are born or slain. In this battle, I shall render whatever assistance I am able.
Right. Let's move.
You can do this, Lace. It's gotta be done.
Well, back to kind of where it all began. So the thing that I've heard people question about this game's narrative is at the very beginning of the game, for those of you that's played and been watching, Varric got stabbed by Solus by this very dagger that we're looking for. So people would say, well, when he was being dragged away, wasn't the dagger still left inside of him, in his chest? So I don't know. I don't know if they just decided to pull the blade out and just drop it. Maybe. But I do feel it's kind of odd that they didn't have the dagger already. But, you know, it is what it is.
I should have taken the shot.
That would have made things worse.
You don't know that. All you have are guesses.
We're up against something unfamiliar, working with more rumors than facts. Of course, that's all I have.
I should have taken the shot.
We need to support each other.
We shouldn't be at each other's throats.
I'm not. Nev, I'm not. I don't blame you, or Rook, or anyone.
So just yourself? How's that working out?
Tried to stop the world from being swallowed by chaos, and now it might be swallowed by chaos anyway. Elven gods escaped from their prison, Solus is in your head, and we're scrambling to figure out what to do. And Varric?
Varric knew the risks. He knew what it might cost.
We're still standing. The fight's not over.
You know, I like that about you, Lace. You don't stop fighting, you push for answers and action, while I can get stuck on questions forever.
Well, we need someone who can put the pieces of the puzzle together. We're fighting the unknown.
Exactly. Everyone has a part to play. Varric brought us together because of our strengths. He wanted a team he could rely on. We have to be that team.
Play to our strengths.
And rely on each other.
I think I can manage that.
Then let's find Solus's dagger. It'll be a start.
Alright. So as usual, I tend to explore the surrounding area for like little things I can loot. But I don't think there's much in this area. It's great scenery though. Alright, let's just get on with the mission. we found something. Every little bit helps.
Look,
There's magic lingering in this spot. Strong. Old.
the dagger was here. Something took it.
So the only explanation I could think of is when Varric got stabbed, they must have pulled the blade from him and left it there. So I guess maybe in the chaos they just didn't think to take the thing with them. That's the only explanation I could think of.
Darkspawn. Oh no, what if it took the dagger?
Only one way to find out.
Look, there it goes. Big Darkspawn coming right at us.
Okay, so these guys. Can I, is it too late for me to set up skills? Probably. Let me see. Okay, so this particular ability with the warrior, this is very, very strong against the Hurlocks, which is the creature I'm about to fight right now, because they're weak to fire. So when you pull up the menu here, you can see it says Hurlock vulnerable to fire and resistance to poison.
We have to go after that ghoul. Let's get this gate open.
Look up there. That magical device.
What if you directed the beam at that device? Good work. Let's keep on the trail.
Let's see what's inside here. Okay, we got ourselves a helmet. So I really do like how they do, or should I say they apply the abilities to the items in this game, because you can see this gives me 15% defense, and every ability gives me a plus 10. But then you see these things that are locked. 15% weak point damage, So over the course of the game, I will be able to gain access to a shop that I can upgrade and unlock those additional perks. That comes a little bit later in the game, though. Not that far. Just looking to see if there's anything else I may have missed. Okay.
Darkspawn don't usually collect things, do they?
Solus's dagger is special. They might have been drawn to it.
Alright, let me look at some of my companions. Alright. So Balara is out of the question, so we're working with Harding and Nev. Okay, so she doesn't have a weapon just yet that we can switch to.
Anyone spot that ghoul? It must have come this way. See that? Bad guys.
Look out! More dark spawn ahead.
Good job.
Oh, I got some good items
Coming out of
there.
those pools.
Okay, so now we got takedowns. So takedowns are pretty much like critical strikes. So yeah, so as you attack enemies, you fill up like their stagger meter, and then once that maxed out, you press the right stick in.
Trouble nearby.
Harding, nice work.
Got it.
Here we go.
Oh.
Hey, Rook, nice shot. Did you find the dagger?
I don't think these Darkspawn took it. Let's keep looking.
Oh, that's a good find. That's why it always pays to explore in these games. You never know what you might come across. I'm going for that chest on the little mini-map thing. If I'm not mistaken, there's a way to access it. I think it's up this path, I think. So I think so. Yeah, there's the chest right there. So... Alright, let me advance a little further. Should be another... Oh, here it is. This is the path. Okay. Let's see what's in this. Okay, got a heavy helmet. Oh, I guess I couldn't go there.
Over there, a dagger thief.
More blight in the way.
I remember when I first came to this particular area, I got stuck here a little bit. So, because once you destroy this thing right here, there's another one that you have to destroy.
And there's probably another one.
So that one actually is right down here, but I never noticed it when I first played the game. So that's where you have to kind of remove the bridge. And then you'll see it right here.
Nicely done. I mean, it's gross, but you can't argue with results.
All right, moving forward. Okay. So this shield does more stagger damage and a little less physical. And also looks pretty cool too. Here they come.
That's a problem. Coming at range. Time to clean up.
Not looking good.
Ranged incoming. Right on him. Look, another one of those magical beams. There are 2 of these devices this time. I bet we'll need to direct beams at both of them.
That's one. Now to find the other.
Good work. Now let's see what's behind that gate.
Guess you can't jump up there. Alright, time to move on.
Good hit.
All set.
That one, that one.
Not too bad.
That's a win.
Wow. The old item hidden under the waterfall trope. Okay. Better defense, less ability damage. Let me rejuvenate my health.
Better hope it still has the dagger.
All right, here goes the fight.
We've got Would you look at Rook?
Yeah, that was pure domination right there.
Lyrium.
Harding? Harding!
Damn. She'll be fine.
This is the eternal hymn, the prayer and the proclamation. Is to know. I am. We are free again.
So she got her Gandalf the White upgrade.
The Song of the Stone. What is happening to me? What the?
Okay, let's go Harding.
Are you moving those rocks?
I don't know. I don't know how to control it.
So now we got combos. Yeah, this is classic Dragon Age. So pretty much, like it says here, some abilities apply a particular primer to a target. Each primer has a matching detonator. Use the correct combination and trigger a detonation to deal increased stagger and damage across an area. Like such. Oh, I gotta wait for Harding to, wait. Oh, here we are. I mean, the game kind of makes it easy for you because you can see if I go to the lower left for shred, it automatically shows the upper right. It kind of shows you what you should do. That's pretty cool. I'm not too sure why I didn't trigger right there, but it's all good. Come on. Come on.
Ready again.
Okay.
On the left.
That's it for you.
Ready when you are.
They're coming from the right.
Come on. Get my potions. Goodbye. Oh, I missed it. Music is great.
Ranged attackers. Whatever you say. That dagger. What did it do to me?
Not sure, but we should get back. We'll talk it through there.
Your pet has failed, sister. And now the magic of the Dreadwolf's dagger is hidden from me. Fen Harel meddles once again.
If his dagger's beyond our reach, we must craft another. Made of red lyrium.
You said something took you over.
Something like that?
And it's still with you.
Yes. I think so. It can't be possession, can it?
I doubt it. Dwarves can't be possessed. They aren't connected to the Fade. Solus's dagger triggered this event. But how? Or why? I'm sorry, Lace. I wish I had answers.
It's all right. Talking has helped. And hey, we got the dagger, right? Mission accomplished. Dwarves have never used magic. We can't.
Optimistic, baffled, wary. I think realistically, I think this character would just say like, yo, this shit is weird.
I honestly don't know what to think.
Tell me about it.
Maybe I just need time.
It's all strange, but somehow I feel connected.
To
the stone. Dwarves call ourselves children of the stone. Some of us have what we call stone sense. Those that have it can feel caves, lyrium veins, and faults in the rock. I wasn't one of them. Maybe the dagger unlocks something hidden. But this is more than the stone sense I know. I know it's strange, but is this gonna create problems for us?
Well, I'm currently romancing Nev, so I'm not going to take this option. Just make sure to aim.
as long as you're throwing rocks at the bad guys and not me.
Don't give me a reason to, then.
No promises.
I'll send word to the Grey Wardens about the blight we saw. And then I'm gonna lie down.
And we need more answers about what the gods are planning. I'll find some place to relax and try to reach Solus in the Fade.
Good luck. Try not to let him get to you. It feels like we're finally making some progress. And I'm not sure what my new magic's about, but I know it feels right.
With their eyes on the Dreadwolf and the gods he'd set loose, they couldn't see their own personal demons coming to haunt them. Harding told herself it felt right. She was connected to the stone, to the lost titans, and all of Dwarven history with its buried secrets. How could that be anything but good?
Okay.
Guess I should find some place to try to talk to Solus.
Let's see what's going on with my companion. So I have 2 points available for Balara. 2, okay. None for Nev. So for Harding, all right, so we have more tools at our disposal. So this is where things can take a little time, depending on like how you choose to play through the game, because you can try to synergize your companions to your particular rook in terms of the abilities. Let's see. Okay, so he's still resting.
Wait, that room wasn't there before. I don't think. Ethel Harding must have put my pack here. It makes sense. Better place to sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things. I helped a lot of Minratha's slaves escape to freedom the night I met Varric. Then the Magisters cracked down in retaliation, and the Shadow Dragons decided I was too much trouble to keep around. We could have taken a stand and dared the Magisters to come after us. At least people are free because of what I did. A peddler gave me this after I saved his caravan from bandits. He told me nobles think of ruling like a game of chess, that each move determine what mark humanity will leave on the world. He had fancy silks from Orlais, statuettes from the wilds down south. I could have listened to stories all night about places he'd been. Now I'm getting to see some of those places myself. Meditation upon the use of blades. Must have read this thing cover to cover a dozen times during weapons training. If I hadn't gotten stuck with kitchen duty for breaking curfew so often, I might have read it even more.
And now the last one, which had a lot of controversy surrounding it, because this particular option gives you the, or I should say this right here gives you the option to turn your character into like some sort of a tranny. So, honestly, I think they could have done without this, but it is what it is. At least it's an option and not something mandatory.
I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solus, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look at it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done.
So yeah, so you see the gender identity options. So pretty much this is one of the aspects, along with the top surgery scars that you can select in the character creator, that kind of like led to this game not being well received, even though it is an option. But the fact that it really is that it's present in the game. That's the reason why, you know, it's just, they should have just left that out. All right, let's see. Take a look. Take a long, hard look in it, kid. I'm trying to live up to it. Yeah, I'm trying to live up to that.
I don't know if I see a hero's face, but it's a face that's seen a lot. Got a few new scars. Some that show up in a mirror, some that don't. But Varric believed in me then, and he believes in me now. I can do this.
Yep.
Right. That's better. Now, how do I connect to Solus? Just sleep or relaxing? Maybe if I clear my mind.
Yeah, so that's basically the extent of that option. So would I say that people overreacted? I can understand. Me personally, I don't like to see anything that's like, I don't like to see any of that mental illness stuff in my video games, but it wasn't a mandatory choice. 100% it did not help the success of this game. And it's a shame because I think that this game in so many other areas is very good, but too many of the abnormal, woke, virtue signaling dialogue just kind of killed this game.
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
Ah, but perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. Did I overstate the danger?
You did not.
No. It appears to be just about as bad as you said.
How unfortunate for you.
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gillenane.
Nothing, but I'm here.
Someone has to do something. I may not be the right person for this job, but I'm the only one left.
So your call to action is that any attempt is better than none?
I met Varric when he asked the Shadow Dragons for help with freeing an old friend from Venatori slavers. The Shadow Dragons had a safe plan that wasn't going to work.
So you and Varric led an armed rebellion and dealt a devastating blow to the Venatori.
How'd you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that if someone has to make a call, I'll do it.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris. The Elven Gods, as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the Blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned, until they release it.
Why blight the world?
I don't understand. Elgernon and Gillenane were elves like you, right? Why would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the Elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the Blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation, and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
It didn't escape?
The Blight didn't escape with the gods?
Algernon and Gillenane escaped largely empty-handed, fortunately. Most of the Blight is still trapped in the prison I created ages ago.
So what we saw at that village, that's them not at full strength?
Correct.
It's bigger than what we have?
The rest of the Blight is imprisoned? There's more than what's in the world already?
Yes. Centuries ago, the Magisters of Tevinter opened my prison. A tiny fragment of the Blight escaped. That fragment grew beneath the earth and led to the Blights that have swept across the world. However terrible the Blight is now, it is a mere fraction of what we will see if its full power is unleashed.
What would they need to do to free the Blight? And how do we stop them from doing it?
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the Blight's prison. My Lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the Blight is the first. What's the second?
Follow us. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
You think they want the elves back? I don't think the elven people will bend a knee to blighted murderous monsters.
Agreed. Elganan and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Elganan and Gillenane.
Thank you. I'll go poke at the cruel and the corrupt, and we'll see what we find.
The Veravas, the lighthouse Soluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes, I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
I mentioned this maybe last video, I believe, about having a shop and being able to upgrade it. That's what this is. I'll mess with this later. Oh. So the female elf has something going on with Balara. Because pretty much every character in this game, you know, they're a part of that life, that bisexual life. Like I said, it's just a shame that, you know, the way this game is graphically, I enjoy the combat, great story. Well, I won't say great story, I don't know just yet, but great music. But too much virtue signaling, too much identity politics. Yeah. It pretty much,
couldn't be one god, it had to be three.
Just really made this game a difficult sell. So it's just, you know, it's just me being frustrated knowing that this franchise is essentially doomed because it just did not perform very well commercially, because the developers were really activists, and I don't believe they really cared about the game so much as they wanted to push their agenda and their message. It is sad though. But with me knowing all of this, you know, like I said at the very beginning, I'm playing this game just to give it a proper playthrough. And, you know, just to try to enjoy the aspects of the game I do like. Let's go talk to Varric.
So Solus told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you'd seen Demeter's crossing.
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You've got to take point on this.
I can't replace you.
I can't do what you do. I've barely been holding it together in the short time you've been out.
You don't need to do what I do. You just need to get it done. Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? You risked your neck to bring down an entire slavery ring. Pretty much by yourself.
I had help.
Sure. I got winded about 5 minutes in. You did most of the work. Ticked off a bunch of Minrathous big shots, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solus wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
About Demeter's crossing.
There is something. Demeter's crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You left him to fend for himself.
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. And know you'll listen.
About Nev being hurt?
When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Nev got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
About Solus and the ritual.
Did Nev tell you about me talking to Solus in the Fade?
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
He's an asshole.
Your old friend is kind of an asshole, Varric.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall while the two of you get into it. Solus fought a rebellion against Elgar'nan and Gillenane. He didn't want to be a god. But he's also a lot older and more powerful than any of us. He looks at us like we're toddlers.
So how do I deal with him?
Well, act like you're as smart as he is, and he'll be insufferable. Show him you respect his age and experience, and he'll remind you he's just a man. Honestly, pick whichever of those pisses you off less.
He also asked me to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
I'll let you get some rest.
You're gonna be fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Nev has connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know. Might be worth talking to her.
Will do. Thanks, Varric.
Anytime. I wish I could be out there with you, Rook. Just be careful, all right?
Hey, Nev. Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here, but you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Valara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan Crows.
You want to fight gods with assassins?
Not just any assassin, their most feared mage killer, the Demon of Virantium.
Mage killer isn't a problem?
Working with a feared mage killer doesn't bother you?
If he doesn't have a contract out on me, it's not a problem.
Is the reputation earned?
It's a fancy name. Can he back it up?
That's the question. The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and Venatori. From everything I've learned, the reputation was earned. I never uncovered his real name, and there's been fewer stories the last few years, but the Crows would know. I can set a meeting with their bosses.
Good work, Nev.
This is great. Thanks, Nev.
It's what I'm here for.
You said the Crows were first. What's next?
A trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic. And who fights the worst of it?
The Shadow Dragons. Good idea. Resist the gods with our own resistance group.
If the gods enter the empire, our contacts back home might get something.
About our past work.
Years with the Shadow Dragons, and this is the first time we've worked together.
Directly. I gather information for the Shadows. You might have used one of my leads. And I've heard of you.
I bet everyone heard about the Nessus job.
You were right to avoid Minrathous after. More than one Magister wanted your head. It was good work, though. And we've got more ahead.
I miss the Shadow Dragons.
You know, I miss the other Shadows. Or I do when I get a second to think.
How many of those have you had?
I don't know. 5?
Sounds about right.
So we talked to the Crows in Antiva and the Shadow Dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either. If Balara's ready for us.
Yeah. Should check how things are going.
All right. So once I'm all ready to go, I'm probably gonna end off this particular episode. Let's see if Harding has anything to say. Oh, she does, actually.
Holdar, it's a tunnel. Veilguard, Veilguard. But Veilguard is nothing like Isatunal.
Isatunal. I remember. After you touched the dagger, the prayer, the proclamation, Isatunal. What exactly are you proclaiming?
They don't remember. No one remembers. We don't even know what we lost.
Am I interrupting?
You're busy. I shouldn't interrupt.
No, wait, sorry. Please stay. We can talk. About the stone. About Isatunal. Maybe explaining it to someone else will help get my thoughts in order.
So what is it? What does it mean?
Isatunal is an affirmation, a statement of existence, of being. It means I am here. But no, not I. I is singular, but it isn't. We either. We is multiple, but also separate.
What?
Isatunal is the eternal hymn that encompasses all time. All spaces. I am, we are, this and that, here, there, now, and forever.
What's important is that you're happy.
Happy? Happy's not it. Whole. Right, maybe. I'm certain Isatunal describes how we, the dwarves, once were. But none of the books say anything about it. None of the histories are right. If we forgot something so important, what else did we forget?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't expect you to have an answer. Thanks for letting me babble, by the way.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
Now we're gonna check up on Balara.
Almost there. I just have to. Shit! Sorry.
Can I help?
No, I got it. Mostly. Mirrors are funny things, aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality, no matter what you try. And there's the trick. Control that distortion. There you have it.
What is that place?
If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this Illuvian could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the Veer of Us, freedom of ways. I wonder...
Wonder what?
If you have an idea what that place is, Balara, share it. We don't have time to waste.
Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the Illuvians meet. A crossroads where you could travel across all of Thedas in just minutes.
Right. We saw something similar when we were chasing Solus. I wonder if it's the same.
It is alike, and it is not.
Who are you? And how did you get here?
The wolf's fang. You carry it now. Old paths. A new journey. Through there. I will wait.
Well, can't tell if that's a trap or not. But we're short on options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more sad.
The two aren't exclusive.
Just because something's sad doesn't mean it isn't dangerous.
I can think of an example or two that proves that.
And we still don't know what this Illuvian's gonna do. One of us should probably stay behind in case it closes.
Good point.
Just tell us when you're ready to go, Rook, and then we can figure out what's going on.
Okay, so this is where you go deeper into the Fade, and now you have the ability to select which party members you want to take with you. So the game is pretty much opening up little by little. So pretty much if I go here, see, it shows me if I want to change my party members and whatnot. So, but for right now, I'm gonna take a break and I'm gonna get some food, and I'll come back and finish up. So anyway, take care. Peace.